Well, hello everyone. How are we doing tonight? We are getting ready for another live stream here on playeronestart. We're going to be continuing our gameplay through the Sega 32x library. And yeah, that's pretty much about it. So, a little background about what we've been going on here is because this is part 4 of the stream, but really you don't have to watch any of the other parts here, where it's just part 1 through 3. I'm still getting some things ready in the background as I'm talking, so that's the reason why I haven't switched over my camera yet. When I do switch over my camera, I'm going to have to remember, somebody might have to remind me that I'm going to press the question mark box that's behind me. I usually forget to do that at the beginning, but I always start it up on my stream, and hopefully the battery... I'm actually going to do it till the batteries run out of it. I've had this thing for about a year now, and just never got it going. So forget the extra delay here. I got started a little bit prematurely, but we are going to get started with a game here shortly. Alright, that looks like about right. My tweet is out. And so is the Facebook message. I always do that live. I've tried to schedule it before, but never really quite worked. So, without any further ado... Hello everyone, it's me. I am happy to be back here tonight, although I am a bit tired, so forgive me if I'm a little delayed to getting to your responses. I've actually had to work, I actually had a lot of work still left to do tonight, so I'm not quite sure how long I have for the stream, but I am going to try to get through what I can. And, there we go, get that started. Tonight I am going to be playing, the big game that I'm going to play is Calibri. This is a game I collected for the 32x a while back. Unfortunately, I don't have the box art for it, so and I didn't think to pull it up either beforehand, so you guys just have to imagine what the box art looks like. Let's go ahead and start the game, and I'll show you what it kind of looks like here. So Calibri is, I call it not a game at all. It's kind of weird. So I consider Calibri more like a work of art than it is a video game. This has just been, I don't know, it was recommended to me by a bunch of people as kind of like a hidden gem that I should collect for the system. And to tell you the truth, I don't know much more. I actually don't know a lot about it. Let's see if I was smart and the last time I was working on videos. There it is. If I made some notes, and it looks like I did. There's not really a lot of information about this game. Except, you pretty much play as a hummingbird if you haven't gotten that from the demo. And, yeah, it's basically like a shooter. Like I said, this is my first time playing it, so I can't really say this for sure. Let's go ahead and go through the actual history here. It says, Calibri is a shooting game created exclusively for the 32X. If I'm right, let me take a look here. I don't think it's ever been ported. This is the only way you can play it, is by actually having it on the 32X. Hey, Mackenzie, how's it going? I'm not quite sure if my feed is going to update and show me how many viewers I have. Let me try this out here for just a second. Thanks for joining us. What's up, guys and gals? Not a whole heck of a lot. I'm trying out a game here for the 32X. This is going to be how I start the stream. And of course, we'll be playing some other games as we go through here. Again, still capturing footage for the upcoming port where I'm actually going to start the 32X review. Just finished the... Yeah, this is a strange game. I was actually going through a little bit of the history of it. This game, I said, is not really a game at all, is what I've heard. It's more like just a... I don't know, it's like I said, it looks like a shooter to me, though. This actually looks a lot more like a game than what I've seen other people show for it. So, I figured what better way to blow off some steam and aggression by playing, except for by playing a shooter. Yeah, that's not updating, so I'm going to have to keep this up twice. So I can play a shooter that's also relaxing. And in a time like this, I think we need relaxation. We just need to take a breath. Hate to use that term. I actually did that unintentionally, but and just kind of calm down and play a nice little hummingbird that just hates every other living thing. How about that? It says, so the gameplay is described as this game offers numerous power-ups for the player's colibri. I think colibri is another word for hummingbird in a different language. Let's see here. Yeah, in several European languages, including Norwegian, German, Dutch, French, Spanish, and Russian, colibri is kind of a term that can be used to describe a hummingbird. Says the game offers numerous power-ups for the player's colibri. Each one allows different patterns. Some are spread shots, some will home in on enemies. They spelled home, H-O-M-E, instead of hone, H-O-N-E. That's something that needs to be updated on the Wikipedia article. In fact, I see a lot of things missing from the Wikipedia article. And I have a habit of when I'm researching stuff and I don't see something listed on the Wikipedia page, I will add it. So if I don't get to it, somebody else can look in there, and right under gameplay they misspelled hone and put home in an enemy, so I'll have to fix that. Also a bunch of puzzles, so I'm very curious if this game's going to be any good. It's expensive to collect now. That's one thing I was going to look up. You guys like how I'm so prepared before the stream comes in. Yes, it is extremely expensive to collect now. So I'm going to let you know this. I bought this for $19.99 when I got it at the, I don't know, I had thrift store, pawn shop, whatever you want to call it, store that sells retro games. How about that? One might say a retro gaming store. They sell other stuff too. But it's not one that's in my area. I actually got it at, where was I trying to think? It was on vacation some time ago. I think it was around the same time I got the 32X, so about five-ish years ago, and it was $19.99 in store. And I'm looking in here, and yeah, if we rewind the clock 5 years ago, it says you can get it loose for about $30, the guide that I'm using, and right now the loose price is $93 US. So that's a bit steep. The complete price is $150. Unfortunately, I don't have this in box. And I'm not quite sure if it's because this game is rare, or if it's because the game is sought after for people who own the 32X. I would guess that it's sought after by people who own the 32X, just seeing the game, the screenshots here. I'm going to go to easy, and maybe we'll go to... So, it does use the 3-button controller. Hold direction while firing. Okay. I'm assuming I'll figure out some other stuff here. Let's just start the game. Okay, I can't shoot anything yet. Nothing can hurt me. And see, this is what I remember seeing. Look at the size of the world. Oh my gosh, that's a huge toad. And I don't really notice like a life meter or anything. Oops. Okay, so these hummingbirds don't like what I'm doing here. Oops. Okay, I'm kind of stuck. I have no idea what I'm doing. Those hummingbirds don't like me. I should have paid more attention to the controls because I have no idea really what I'm doing. So, I have hummingbirds up here. Are they my friends? No, they're trying to keep me from the nectar. I'm assuming if I get... My goal is to get to the nectar down here somehow. pressing every button imaginable. What's this? Paused. Oh. I saw something kind of explode. I'm assuming they're hurting me? This is kind of an interesting experience. Because I don't know... I mean, the big thing about this game is I just don't know what I'm doing. $20 for Calibri? That's pretty incredible. I remember a couple years ago I saw a copy. A Web of Fire? Ooh! For $60 Canadian complete inbox? Yeah. Yeah, you missed out on that one. I'm still looking for a Web of Fire. I doubt I get it, but it's going to be one of those things where I have to find out like an unbelievable deal like that. So there's a frog here. Oops, the frog ate me. Okay, so the frog eating me is not a good thing. Kind of like I figured. Am I supposed to get the frog to eat one of these bugs? Man, they really don't want me getting near those tulips. Whatever that is. I gotta be honest, this game has not given me any hints here. I'm gonna have to look up what to do. Unless you guys have some... This game appears to be buggy. Yeah. Is that a pun? That is too punny. Sega 32x. I kind of figured it would be like this, and I knew I should have tried this out beforehand. This has been sitting in my collection for, like I said, the last 5 years, and I've never popped it in. I just grabbed it. I think I popped it in to make sure that it would work, and I probably ran into this issue and said, I'll be back to it later, and then I never came back. Alright, storyline. Alright, so A button is special, has 3 possible uses. It can be used in front of a pollen-laden flower to drink from it, producing health power-up, early levels only. If you find a wall breaker pod, it can be picked up, or you can pick up an energy pod, press A. Okay. I have the feeling. Hints on how to play. There are a few things that aren't so obvious at first. Health bar is the most hidden thing in the game. It only shows up when you get hurt or gain health. There are a number of different levels. I don't even know what's going on here. You have to explore the level to solve puzzles to access new areas that will generally come in 2 types, but there are a few other puzzles. See, I should have read up on this and tried this out beforehand. Strictly a little bit. Go to the flower with no hummingbirds near it, and feed from it to press A to start the game running. Okay. So I have to find a flower that's someone's not feeding from. Okay, which is not there. That's fine. Definitely want to avoid the frog. Okay. Well, I'm stuck here now. There we I'm not quite certain, but I don't see a flower that nobody's feeding from. Do you? I'm like holding down A. And the funny thing is, this is just the introduction. It's getting frustrating. I always wondered why Sega never bought or brought some 32X games to the Saturn. Can't change the past. Yeah, I thought that too, especially adding on like CD capabilities. But I think it all came down to dollars and cents. I mean, obviously, there were some games that came out for the 32X that came out for the Saturn. This game was not one of them. This is Star Wars Arcade, which I assume Star Wars Arcade was probably a licensing issue. They would have had to pay for the Star Wars license again, and George Lucas was all about... I'm just going to have him eat me again. It was all about getting money for what he had. Which is funny and kind of appropriate they sold it to Disney, because I think Disney does the same thing. All about making sure they're getting the money. The money they rightfully deserve. Man, he really shoves him far off. Like they don't give him any room. They really hate this guy. I wonder almost as much as the bullfrog hates him. So again, I am lost on what to do. There's no flower that they're not feeding out of that's pollinating. Because there's one that's pollinating. And all the birds actually look the same too. So what's Sega's big announcement going to be? Sega 32X Mini. And I let that idea fester until you believe it's real. Good luck trying to find a flower that no one is feeding on. Survival of the fittest, yeah. Sega was way ahead of their time. Hey, welcome to the stream, Dawn. And Julius as well. Sorry if I didn't say hi. Oh my gosh. Okay. I kind of feel like the instruction manual will tell you how to deal with this game. Yep. Oh, there's a pollinating flower. And here's the thing, it keeps trying to push me, but I can't move now. There we go. Oh. Just wait till I get my pollen, you guys will wish you never existed. No. Words I never thought I would say for 400, Alex. That does nothing right now. I don't know what that thing is. It's probably just background. Oh, wait. Oh, look at that. Right in front of me the whole time. It's a flower that looks completely different. Ah, I must have done something right. Oh, the crystal changed. There we go. Oh, vengeance is going to be sweet. I'm about ready to shoot down some birds. Warning signs, and that's the level password. I do know that. So I don't know. Ooh. Ah, nice. Okay, I don't like that. It's not the same thing. There we go. Oh yeah, oh jeez. Okay. Well, they're a lot nicer to me now. Now that I can shoot things out of my forehead. Is the frog still up here? Nope. What's this? What did that do? Everything is a lot slower now. It's like... Okay. Oops. So I remember seeing something. Okay. Oops. That was apparently a level I just beat. I am now... Yes, I am in the second level. I have to say, this is probably the strangest game I have played in a while. There's been some strange games, but... Okay, I like that. This must be the honing missile. Not the homing missile. I mean, hone and home can be used, but they spelled it home like the letter home. Like, not the letter home. The word home. H-O-M-E. And then... Put that separately. Okay, that's supposed to be something. Right now, I'm not really... I mean, other than the expanded color palette... Like, they're still having to use dithering to get half colors in it, at least. Ah. Okay, so the frog is my friend or something? Missing all these power-ups. They're back. Okay, I can see what happens. Every time I kill one of those wasps, the flowers regain their color. So that must be what I'm doing. Like I said, I don't know how I'm winning at these levels, if I am winning. It's just one of the strangest things I've ever encountered here. It really makes me wonder what kind of substance video game designers take in order to get inspired for ideas like this. I mean, really, I don't need any other weapon. Just, of course, now that I say that. You know, thank goodness hummingbirds can't do this in real life. There we go. I must be... Yes, these bubbles... Whoops. Oh, the game crashed. Just after it was starting to get good here. Alright, hang on. I'll restart it, but we're going to put in a password to go into the next level. I'll have to restart my capture device. There's a disadvantage to the fact that I have to use emulation to get this stuff going. Alright, let's see here. Sega CD was the Xbox back then. Always the latest and greatest. I've heard that some people say Sega will be the distributor of the Xbox in Japan. That could be. I mean, really, Microsoft's presence in Japan has never been strong, so I bet you they want someone to kind of take over that stuff for them and try to make it seem like it's a native product. American products trying to break into the Japanese market has not been as successful as the other way around. Password's so old school, yeah. No save battery here. This game reminds me of Echo. Half the time it's impossible to figure out where you're supposed to go. Yep. It says it's like an exploration style game. We are going to put in a password though to skip to the next area since I just... You make wanting to play this? I'm going to download the ROM. Yeah, I actually own the physical cartridge version of this, but it's been in my collection for 5 years, and believe it or not, never played it. Until just now. Play Tempo. Oh, yeah, text, by the way. Welcome to the stream. Yes, I agree. Tempo, we played that the last time, and yes, they were strange games. I mean, all of them, all the games around this time period are just very strange and abstract. Nothing really too, I guess, realistic. I mean, they were realistic. They were trying to go realistic with some games, but they didn't have the technology to do it. Imagine if it becomes the Sega Xbox or a sex box. And you know what the funny thing is? The first part of Sega stands for service. So there you go. Service games is what Sega is short for. The news headlines would be to die for. I bet you it would sell in Japan. It sure as heck would. Wow. We are very mature here. So if I'm right, that level I was just on was called Eruption or Rescue. I can't remember which one. So we're going to try... Oh, can't put the letter A in here, huh? Alright, CZW. Oh. How do I go back? This is very sensitive. C. Z. See, it like skipped like a whole row when I tapped it twice. W. TJF. Wait, did I read that right? Yeah, TJF. I really don't want to have to type this in again. And then DG. Okay, infestation, that's where we're at. And I'm going to save the state in case it crashes again. Sega 32x emulation is not perfect, unfortunately. Oh, this is better. Yeah, see, unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to get very far with this because it does keep crashing. That's a shame. Wait a minute. I'll try one more thing here. Unfortunately, it means I have to type in that password again. And I already missed my shot. Hang on. Nope. Only one emulator for this, so unfortunately we're going to have to back out of this. Sorry you're seeing some behind the scenes here. Usually I skip over the emulation part, but that's not working out too well. Alright. Calibri was kind of a bust. I think once you get used to it, I might enjoy it, but that's kind of a weird scenario all around. Let's try... I'm trying to think of some games I don't have footage for yet. I definitely don't have footage for Motocross Championship. That's the first game I've seen crash on here. Usually the emulation on this is pretty good. Oh yeah, here's what I wanted to see when I would buy a 32x. So what was the... I'm gonna have to look this up. What was the total cost of buying a Sega Genesis, the Sega CD, and the 32x, or just the Sega Genesis and 32x for this game's purpose? I'm guessing at least $200 for the Sega Genesis at the time. This was in '94, and then another $200 to $300 for the 32x. So let's say $400, and this is what it gets you. Look at the artifact compression, all the artifacting around the image. This is like a low-res JPEG from 1994, around that same time period. I would have seen much better by then. And then look at this. The playfield actually looks like and reminds me of Super Off-Road the Baja, if you guys have seen that, except for with a better frame rate. Man, that distance image has the same thing going on to it. And I don't think you'd be able to see that very clearly. I'll have to look at it on a CRT again. But unfortunately, because I'm playing this in HD, that's one of the reasons why I emulate it, so you can see it looks better on your mobile phone or on your flat screen display. Most likely people aren't watching me stream or watching my channel. They're not watching it on a CRT. I don't even watch it on a CRT. Yeah, I thought this was 32x, not bad DOS games. Hey, oh, they had 2-player for this. Oh, can you imagine? Look at how tiny your view window is. Imagine, I mean, yeah, if you guys are watching this on your phone, that's about right. Let me see if I can do this. This is all new to me. Yeah, unfortunately. There we go. If I make that just a little bit bigger, you guys might be able to see that more clearly. That's just, this is awful. Imagine trying to play this on like we had a 13-inch CRT in my room, in my bedroom as a kid. So, and that was awesome, by the way. I wasn't complaining. Not very many kids I knew at the time had a TV in their bedroom. When they wanted to watch TV, it was in the family room. And that is hilarious. This was 1994. At least it says it's copyright 94, but this is not. This couldn't have been released in 94. I am not looking forward to playing this game. I really am not. Alright, let's do practice mode. Player 1, level amateur, music on, whatever. It starts me off at track 11. What's track number 1? I guess we'll do track number 1. Look at that font. That just looks like something out of the early 90s, too. Let's see here. That's untrue. Hummingbirds do this all the time. Don't I watch National Geographics? Oh, sorry, I missed that comment earlier, Mackenzie. For what it's worth, I might buy a PS5 and import an Xbox if it's being distributed by Sega in that region. That might not be a bad idea. Then again, all your games are going to have to come from Japan, too, if they region lock it. If you think your math is correct, buying a Sega Genesis and the 32X at the time would cost you $270. Then buying a game on top of that would be $70. So $340 gets you this. $94, $95, yeah. Whew, that is the pinnacle of gaming. Okay, I'm just going to go with whatever. Oh, look at those pixels. I can barely, oh jeez. I can barely see. I mean, you say bad DOS games, but I don't even think DOS games would be. I don't think they'd look like this. Okay, single player, not bad. In terms of being able to see where you're going to go, the draw distance is terrible too. It feels like it's lacking. I guess, you know, it didn't have a good impression. Here I am just stuck. Okay. The animations are fluid. When you saw me get back up on the bike, all 4 of the pixels used to draw the main character, those moved pretty quickly. Okay, it may be 5 pixels, but I'm not too far off. It's just, this game would have been so much better on a CD. They could have actually made the sprites manageable, bigger to see, more detail on them. They could have made it like a Saturn game. Ah. Okay, but let's think about this from the time frame of 1994. That was terrible. Would I have enjoyed this back then? I probably would have been wowed at first, but then I would have been like, this is seriously it? I mean, this looks... Super Off-Road the Baja has a better look than this. At least I'm going off of my memory now because I haven't played that game in forever. This runs a bit smoother. Come on. Can I kick? No. Oh. See, now someone I couldn't see from behind me wiped me out. How do I keep like snaking in front of me. I mean, this is definitely something that couldn't be done on the Genesis, that's all I can say. You needed the 32X to get graphics to look like this. What a horrible selling point for a game. This, yeah, if I would have bought this back in the day, even BC Racers on the Sega CD looks better than this. And that thing had a horrible frame rate. Oh. Gosh. And I realize this is motocross. Is there a lot of, I mean, there seems to be too much violence. I understand motocross can get a little physical when you get close together, but it shouldn't be like it should be like when you're running track at the Olympics. I mean, the refs eventually going to get mad at you if you keep kicking someone every time you pass them. Or every time you're right next to them. Unless I pass them. These guys are out for blood. Oh, I went from fourth to, I'm sorry, I went from almost dead last to fourth really quickly. Seeing there's no way for me to know that he's about ready to come up on me. And now I'm in the grass, I can't move. And yes, I can tell you, it doesn't look... I remember this now, this scene on there. I don't remember the artifacting as much on the images, but it looks about just like this on a regular CRT. You'll have to take my word on that, because I can't... Okay, I got 6th. Wow, that was terrible. Sorry, I'm... Yeah, you're right, it's more like a bad Amiga game. Oh, I don't have much experience with the Amiga, so... Oh my gosh, look at the... It's like... It's not even clip art, it's just bad. That is a horrible picture. If you guys are seeing this the same way I'm seeing it, that is just crazy. Crazy bad. This game reminds me of Flash games that were popular on computers. Yes, Mackenzie, that's a good comparison. That's something I can relate to. I would agree with the Amiga one too, depending on... I don't know, I just don't have much experience with the Amiga. This game sucks, but I do believe the 32X could have been a viable alternative to the expensive $500 Saturn back in the day. There were some decent games on the 32X if developed right. Yeah, but the thing is, I think it would have been better... Well, I'm jumping ahead of myself, but I really think... By the way, welcome to the stream, Kevin. I think that they would have been better off with a CD-ROM drive with this attachment on it, rather than making it a cartridge thing. It should have been something that was like, oh, with the Sega CD too. But then you're limiting your market even more. Oh well. Hey, Savage Duck, hello to you as well. Mock Rider on the NES looks better than this, yeah. Cat Snow 90, hello to you as well. Was that Mock Rider? No, that was not. This was Motocross Champions. I'm not playing it again. It is not a good game. I don't like it. If you hated this game, you'll hate Supercross 3D on Atari Jaguar. I do have that game, I think. I have a motocross-style game on there. I forgot what it's called. You may be right on that, Mackenzie. Hey, Jeff. Also, welcome to the stream. This is a horrible port. I think the same horrible port on the Jaguar. You were thinking that? Yep. Oh, my gosh. All right, let's go ahead and... Here we go. Let's switch games. That was just not good. I do have to get footage of this anyway. I'm not quite sure how much I'm going to enjoy it, because this is the tournament edition of this game. Probably just gave it away for a couple of you. And I'm not that good at this game to begin with, because it's been forever since I've played it. Alright, now let's go ahead and put this thing back where it was. So at least you guys can see the whole game. Now that I can mess around with the video, I didn't used to be able to do that. Yep, NBA Jam. Tournament Edition. Have to get that down. Which is funny because if I'm right, this game was released, okay, not the Tournament Edition, but there was a version of this game released on every single type of Sega that came out during this time period. Came out for the Sega Genesis, came out for the 32X, and it came out for the 32X, did I already say that? Sega CD 32X and that, so yeah. Hey, 8-Bit, welcome to the stream as well. Hello to you. Have I ever played Zaxxon 3D Mother Base on the 32X? I have not, but if you want me to, I can. If I have it on the Pi, I can emulate it here real quick. That I don't own the game though, so I don't like to feature games I don't already own. But anyway, so sorry for you guys probably hear my chair. My chair is broken. It's been like that since I've had this chair. It was a hand-me-down from someone else, and so eventually I'll have to buy a new one. There's just, office chairs are expensive, especially for a big and tall person, so. But yes, this is a game I've played. I think I played it more on the Super Nintendo rather than the Genesis or the 32X or the Sega CD for that matter. But actually, I think I remember playing it on the PlayStation. Don't quote me on that. I'm not quite sure if it was that. Haven't played it, so you're wondering if it was any good? We can try it out if I have it. I'm always willing to try out new things. Tonight's kind of like a catch-all for games that I need to capture footage for, and right now I'm letting it capture as much footage as I can for this. I can't remember if this game also has the cheat code where you can enable... I used to do this as a kid. Enable Bill and Hillary Clinton you could play as. So... Alright. Let's see what my options are here. Your timer speed. Let's go fast, difficulty, extra easy. Computer assistance I'm going to need. Alright, so we got shoot, turbo, and pass. Pass is always C, I can't get rid of it. Oh wait. So pass, shoot, turbo. I like B being shoot. Let's do that. Sure, why not? Player 1. Oh, who should I be? Well, I'll probably have to be Chicago. Scottie Pippen. I don't remember Armstrong. The pictures are so low res, I have no idea. Hang on. ABC to quit. Oh, that's kind of neat. Catch up on the comments before I get started. NBA Jam Tournament Edition also came out for the Saturn. You have the Japanese version in your collection. Nice. Yeah, it's a lot cheaper. I have a lot of the Japanese games now because it's a lot cheaper to get those for the Saturn. I can talk about that here in a little bit. Sorry, I must confess I was watching Neo Geo Now's The King of Tuesdays online match. Just completely got sucked in. Oh, that's all right. Big head mode on this one? I don't know. I honestly, I've never played this one, so I don't know. You have a tournament edition on your Atari Jaguar. May secretly be the best port of all cartridge versions, eh? It's a great game. Yeah, it's, I definitely enjoy it. Whoops, where am I at? Where am I at? Oh, I've already got scored on. What? Okay. I have the feeling... This is on easy mode, right? Okay, so if I pass, it doesn't automatically make me the other player, so I'm not going to pass anymore. I'm just going to shoot. There we go. Don't even know if that was me. How do I, oops, nope. Where do I attack? Come on. That's why I said I'm not that good at this game regularly, so you are about to see me get beat within an inch of my life here. For 2, that should have been for 3. I didn't cross no foul line. I thought that, wasn't there a way to, there we go. There we go. We can recover. Come on, we can do this. For some reason, the block is very slow, and I keep pressing it. Oh. Look at that. 3 points. At the buzzer. A, B, C to swap and start to select. I guess it's not going to matter. Oh, look at that. I'm starting to get back. I'm starting to remember what I used to do as a kid, I think, getting that muscle memory in here. Come on. No. There we go. Denied. Pass it. Thank you. Oh. It's a wrong angle. I got too cocky. I denied him a shot earlier. Oh. Did not mean to do... Oh, that would have been awesome if I made it in. Yes. I didn't mean to half-court it, but... See, this is fun for me. Oh, come on. We were down, and we're going to make a comeback. Come on. I went to pass, and it was too late. That ball would have rolled out of the... Now the computer doesn't like I'm starting to do better. Oh, come on, get the ball. He's on fire. I don't know, like a point where he could actually... There we go. I was going to say, if he makes his half-court shot, or I guess that was a full-court shot. Find the turbo button. The turbo button is C, but I keep forgetting that I changed it. Because pass is A, B is shoot, and C is turbo. That's probably something I didn't do back in the day either. I probably didn't use the turbo button that often because I always stuck to A and B. Yeah. Money. Here, I'm getting all cocky at a... Ah, come on. Shot clock violation. Heck yeah. Oh, almost had it. Okay, don't know what he was doing. I doubt I win, but it's all about having fun playing, right? That was a good shot. Have no idea how I made that shot. Okay, so I'm holding down the turbo button and it's... Oh. Pass it. Thank you. Shoot it. Oh. Oh, 3 points. We're finally up. The only time in the game I will be up. And this is on the easiest difficulty too, so I'm acting like I'm becoming a champion of this game by being up by 1 point at one point in the game. Oh, 3 more points. Up by 2. Taking these kids to school, son. Oh, I didn't even see him grab the ball. He's on fire. Sorry. Now I just gotta do that thing where you run out the clock. Oh! I just about had the ball out. Alright. Let's see what else we got here. Not a big basketball fan in this game as Miami Heat was going to keep the flame going, yeah. Teams are definitely better than others. Some teams definitely better than others, yeah. Did I buy a 32X at launch? Sorry, no cat, I did not. I actually collected one about 5-ish years ago. What else do we have here? NBA Jam is awesome. He didn't miss much. He tried a little bit of Calibro, but it kept crashing. Yeah, because I'm using an emulator on here. I actually do own this game on the original hardware, but streaming does not work out well with my setup at the moment. Until I can invest in some additional hardware to help make it more streamlined, I can't actually stream original stuff. Born 95 Canadian, so this game was new when you were born. When you first played this game, you were puzzled. Couldn't find the Toronto Raptors. Yeah. I don't think they would have been an option back then. I actually stopped following basketball once Jordan retired. Do I like the 32X so far? It's tough to say. Oh. All tied up again. Oh, what? Where's that turbo button? Oh, man. Yeah, now the computer's going to start kicking some good, What? Oh, okay, it still went in. That's all that matters, right? I was there, and I turned around and started going the other direction because I didn't think it was going to get it. From downtown. There we go. Is that 3 points? Oh, come on. Oh! Try to shoot it too early. That's airball. Come on. Oh! Man. This is the most intense competition I've seen, and of course the computer's going to get it. 3 seconds to go. Don't think I tried to shoot it. Oh, and good thing too, because the game locked up. Oh, alright. Well, 32X isn't bad so far, as much as it keeps glitching on my emulator, but it is what it is. It's not. I don't think it's. I wouldn't have considered this worth it back in the day. All right, let's keep going with some sports-themed games here because I usually save those till last anyway. I have a couple other games that I want to try out, and since you mentioned it, it says I have it. So let's try this out. Somebody mentioned Zaxxon earlier. Cheers, I always like the look of Calibri. The only 32X game I ever played a Star Wars arcade, and that was on an in-store display. Nobody had one. Knew the Saturn was coming. Yep, that's kind of been my experience with that as well. So yes, this is Zaxxon's Mother Base 2000. Unfortunately, I don't own this game, so I probably will not feature it in the review. But have I played Virtua Fighter yet? Yes, I did. I actually made it farther than I usually do with it, too. In terms of how to play Virtua Fighter on the Sega Genesis, the only way I'd recommend doing it is on the 32X. But there's some caveats to that. The Saturn version is awesome. You guys like my chair? Sorry, I know it keeps making noise, but that's because it's broken. So let's see what the options are for this thing. We're going to go easy. It has been forever since I've... Main shot, jump, sub shot. So basically A and B are going to be my 2 main buttons here. Let's try this out. Okay, I like the Star Fox looking graphics here. That's a good... Oh, the background looks nice too. Nice little pre-rendered style background. But here's what I don't like about Zaxxon is this awkward perspective. It just does not age well. Am I trying to hit this guy? No. This is interesting. Definitely... definitely like an upgraded version of the original Zaxxon, for sure. A lot better graphics than what it even had in the arcades back then. That background pre-rendered kind of makes me a bit nostalgic, but it looks really generic now. Like it doesn't age well. And I don't know if it's because of my emulator, but this has got some real big slowdown here. Oh, I'm running low on health. Yep. I knew that was going to happen. And the music's a little loud. Is it loud on your guys' end? Hands down, Galaxian is the better name. Surprised they made it for the 32X. Whoops. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't aware of it. I don't know if it got a US release. There are a few games that did not get released in the US. The majority of them did. I think Japan had a couple of exclusives, and I think Europe got at least one, and this could be it. Yeah, it's how the game is. I can turn the music down a little bit, but... it's definitely a tough game. And I don't really appreciate the soundtrack either. Oh, it keeps taking me back to this point, eh? Yeah. That's it. That was a pretty quick thing, so yeah, it's interesting. Virtua Fighter 2 is an awesome game. The only thing I don't like about that is that, yeah, it looks more like the viewpoint of... Looks more like Viewpoint than Zaxxon due to the fact that you don't change your height. I could change how high I was on there, but it's just I'm not that good at this game. Just leave it at that. So that's an interesting case. There aren't that many games for this, so maybe I will throw this in there. Since I haven't been able to do it, but yeah. Not a strong fan of that. Whoops. There we go. Alright. Going back to... what I was going on here. The next game after NBA Jam was the NFL Quarterback Club. And we're going to do that next. Again, I'm not really big on the sports games on here. Have I tried Space Harrier? Yes, I did. We did Space Harrier on one of the previous streams for this. There we go. There are some other games that I do have left to play other than sports games, but I'm just kind of going in order here just by trying them all out if I can. I'm thinking this may be the last time I have to stream for a little while, so I'm trying to get as many of these captured as I can while I have the time. Then, of course, this will give me time to work on the actual review and start piecing everything together and start reviewing them. Yeah, see, that's why I want to try this out, because I have the feeling we're going to run into that a few more times. Let's try FIFA International Soccer 96 then. Like I said, 32X emulation is not perfect. There will have to be a few of these, like that game, I'm going to have to capture using original hardware, which unfortunately I can't stream. Copyright 1977. What? 32X reminds me of the N64. We gotta think about it. To emulate it, you have to emulate the Sega Genesis, sometimes the Sega CD, and the 32X, which already had two different processors in it, so... Am I going to do games that required the 32X and Sega CD? I'll probably throw those in with the 32X. Yeah, I'll probably do those on the 32X review. The reason why I think... Yeah, see, you see there's some glitches going on with the names here. I don't know how well this is going to play either. You know what? I wonder if we can... Let's see if we can get the computer to play itself. And we will do, just like we did before, Oh, we have Canada as an option, and I'm gonna do this again. USA. Whoops, not versus Italy. Oh, this is a 4-player game. Okay, well, versus Italy. I was gonna do the. Let me start this over again. You guys already know it's emulated, so I want to do USA versus the UK. Doing another American Revolution on here. As I say that, there could be an American Revolution going on now anyway. One thing that's kind of amazing is that the sports games have kind of kept their value on the 32X. Like, there aren't that many games that are... Okay. How do I switch the opposing team? Friendly. Okay. There's only one button, and that lets me go forward. Okay, World Team, good. If I go to... I already went right past it, USA. Nope, that went right past it again. Now, how do I get to the second team? Do I have to do it? I guess I have to do it like that. Oh, there we go. I just keep going down. Is it going to say England or is it going to say United Kingdom in here? England versus USA. There we go. And we'll see if it's a stalemate like before. What? Oh, I think I found the back button by accident. Gosh, this is already more effort than I was wanting to put into this. There it is. Start game. Oh yeah, look at those graphics. I hope that's not the in-game graphics. I hope that's just like an opening. Oh. Okay, so it scales on the screen there a little bit. Oh, look at how choppy that is. So it looks like they have sprites on top of a scaling background there. I don't know if they're doing that with a polygon or if that's just a giant sprite that they're... Not sprite, a giant background layer that they're just able to scale around. I'm looking at the stream. It actually looks better on stream than it does on my screen. That is crazy. And again, I can't tell who is who. I didn't take a look. The red shirts, well, they're probably Britain. The white shirts are probably United States. Does that sound right? They were the redcoats back then. Whoa, we missed some comments on here. Virtua Fighter 1 is not a bad game, but it's really hard to get back into when the sequels are improved on everything the first game did. Yeah, Mackenzie, I would agree with you on that. Jeff says you think you'd rather play the game on the ColecoVision. Oh, you must have been talking about Zaxxon back then. Galaxian sounds like a sci-fi movie. Zaxxon sounds truly alien. There's no denying Zaxxon is a... Sorry, Galaxian is a future... Sorry, is a fantastic game. Oh, okay. Am I going to do... I've already... Oh, okay, I must have skipped some of the comments. Sorry. Do I have any thoughts on the Polymega? Ooh. Good question. I think it's great to see something, if they can do the 32X games, which unfortunately that's something they kind of left out of it. So, I mean, it's good for people who, I mean, don't own all these old consoles, but you're still going to run into the same problem of, can you find the games for it? So, unless you just download them and load them on there. So it's either going to encourage more piracy. I think that if you want to play these games, from my perspective, you're going to want to play it on original hardware. If you're trying to play it on a modern TV, I don't think you're playing these games to the fullest. That's my personal opinion. Like right now, I'm kind of being contradictory. I'm a kind of a hypocrite when I say that because I'm playing this on a modern TV so I can stream it and I capture footage for the thing. That's because I know you guys are going to be watching these on a modern TV or a modern display, not a CRT, so or a PVM or whatever or a KVM or whatever the high end stuff is. It's the War of 1812 this time around. Yeah, I forgot we fought and defeated you guys twice. I'm not sure how much better they could have done if they put this on CD, but I have the feeling everything would have more resolution. Like the field is not particularly impressive, except for the fact that the camera is panning in and out a lot. That's something that I would not have seen at this time. But again, this came out in '95 for the '96 season, and I'm trying to keep in mind what my expectations would have been then. This looks like something that could have been accomplished on the Super Nintendo. I mean, honestly, if I'm being honest. You're Canadian. Don't pick U.S. Our men's soccer team is worse than a baby's diaper that has never been changed. Ooh, sorry to hear that. We're not that good either, so I'll be surprised if this. We'll go for first goal here. I'm not looking to see. I'm not going to have it go as long as I did the last time when we did this. We have a soccer team, yeah. We used to, at least in '96 we did. Canada stats here look bad. So this is on the RetroPie. Yes, it is, Retro Game Players. By the way, welcome to the stream. Yes, this is being emulated on RetroPie. Oh, we had a goal. Did anyone see who scored that? I wasn't paying attention. Let's just resume. That was on halftime. No, we did not have a goal. Okay, it showed a goal, but we didn't have one. All right. Yes, so this is using... it just said their Pico Drive emulator for Sega 32x. It's not perfect because the Sega 32x is hard to emulate, but it'll work for my purpose here. My ColecoVision has the expansion bay door stuck open. Is there any way to fix it? So you're talking about that front piece on there? I'm not quite sure. Yeah, without actually looking at it, I couldn't quite tell you exactly what to do to keep that shut. Might try taking it apart and see if there's a piece of plastic stuck in there, if the actual bay became broken. I'm assuming the screen's going to change dramatically when someone scores. You're watching this on your Game Gear TV tuner? Now that would be something. Like I said, I've never even watched myself on an older display. I watch myself on, if I have to preview my content, like right now I'm watching the, ooh, another save. This better not turn out like last time. Last time we had a stalemate. So either Britain's going to win, or the United States is going to win. I don't want another stalemate here. Do I have a favorite sports game? If I had to pick one, I like playing on... hang on. I skipped a whole bunch of comments here. Don't like how the Polymega brags about 30 platforms, but counts each one as a different system. I kind of appreciate that. No, I don't like how they're counting it in the final total, but I do appreciate they can do different regions because, like I said, for the Saturn especially, it is incredibly hard to find decently priced Sega Saturn games here. You have your Coleco hooked up to a 4K TV. How is that even possible? I didn't think they could do that. Was that a goal? Who scored? I was right about it dramatically changing. USA all the way. That's right. I'll let that keep going while I catch up on comments here. Super Surfer Polymega. Do I have a favorite sports game? So yes, that's the comment I went back and started reading all the comments again. I would say a type of sports game I really like playing on a console or on computer, on video games, would be golf games. That's probably where I'm at the best. Tennis would be a close second. I really like doing that on video games as well. Baseball, football, probably around the same thing there. American football, sorry. I should have specified. You got your Coleco AV modded so that you can... What a difference in video quality, and it looks fantastic. Yeah, mine got modded too, and it made everything look very bright. That's the one thing a lot of people talk about in my video. They always think that I'm using emulation. In a couple spots, they're probably right, because I had a huge problem trying to capture footage for off of my ColecoVision and my ColecoVision versus Atari video. But yeah, it still made the colors look really bright, and I don't know if that's people saying it looks too bright in my video, but it looks like the emulation, so I thought it was doing it right. Apparently it is not. It does 32x? Really? Okay, so last I heard that was like a planned feature that could be added, but I didn't hear it was going to natively support it when it ships. So hopefully it does. That would be the only time since the original. Is that another goal? Who got it? USA. 2 goals. We're definitely not having... They're taking a huge stance on who wins the American Revolution this time. Sorry, the War of 1812. By the way, here's a question. Me being the former history teacher, what year did the War of 1812 end in? Without Googling, see what your guess is. I'll give you a hint. It's a trick question. Polymega has about 10 systems. They got Neo Geo for that thing too. Yeah, see, that's going to help a lot. But buying games for the Neo Geo is going to... A lot of people are going to be disappointed in that if they're trying to use it to play original games. I mean, it's basically going to be like downloading an emulation, and I already have that in a $35 Raspberry Pi. So why would I go out and buy that? Is that the game? 2-0. United States beats England again. Sorry about your luck there, fella. Yeah, FIFA 32x title. A little tough to look at. Hopefully the gameplay is solid. Let's give it a try. I probably won't show this in the thing, but I'm just gonna give it a try and see what happens. Let's do Canada versus the United States. How about that? Oh, look at Canada's stats. And I'm gonna play as Canada. No, I'll play as the United States. Can we do Canada versus Canada? We could. Why not? Alright, do I want to be Canada or Canada? This, by the way, this is the most fun I'll have playing this game. Look at that. Whoops. Get my capture device back up here. Okay. And I'm just going to run around like an idiot on the soccer field because I have no patience for soccer. Which way am I supposed to be going? Oh! Gosh darn it. How do I switch characters? There we go. There we go. Nope. I must have been close enough to do a shot on the goal, and I wasn't trying to do that. As I said, if you ever notice how the players start performing worse when I get close to them, look at the guy who just like tripped and fell. I thought these were supposed to be professional athletes, for crying out loud. I keep forgetting, this is EA Sports. Okay. I just kicked the ball to myself. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it controls like a soccer game. I just don't like this perspective. I really don't. Like the isometric fixed camera on this perspective. I think I'd rather have the camera pointed straight up and down, because when I go to when I go to like run forward, I'm running off to the side, so I'm pressing the D-pad in 2 different directions instead of 1. There we go. It's not the worst performing game. The frame rate is a little off for me. I mean, like, the background looks like it's scrolling at a rate of like 15 frames a second. Oh, come on. I was trying to do a run on the goal. I was trying to be the hero. Yeah. Oh, nice save. Nice save. Okay. Well, to be honest, we're all on the same team, aren't we? So if I passed it to the wrong guy, it was really intentional, wasn't it? Because we're all from Canada. Eh? Just like right there. It would be interesting to see what this is like playing with 4 players. Because this is one of those games that uses the Sega multi-tap, and there it is. First goal. Canada wins. Canada always wins. Alright, so we got the guesses on who won the war. I'm sorry, not who won the war. What year did the War of 1812 end? We got 2 for 1812. That is incorrect. It is a trick question. It is not 1812. And 1814 or 1815. We don't get 2 guesses, so unfortunately I'm going to have to count that as wrong. But it is 1814 is when the war ended. Yep. War of 1812 lasted 2 years. Technically 2.5 years, too, because there were still people fighting after the treaty was signed, because they didn't know the war was over yet. That Savage Duck has the spring broken on the Coleco door. Maybe a simple fix. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, too. That's why I said, if you can take it apart, I said piece of plastic, but spring is what I was thinking of when I said that. That's good advice there. Didn't the 1812 war last several years? Started at 1812, right? Yeah, no clue without using Google. Yeah, I had to study that when I was in college when I was going for my history degree, so. Pass the puck to Gretzky. Yes, Team Sega. Oh, yeah. Polymega is doing Neo Geo CD, not AES or MVS or Poker. Yeah, but Neo Geo CD, those games are hard. I've never come across one of those in person. I've seen them online, but I've never seen one of those in person in one of the thrift stores I've gone to. And that's coming up on 20 years of searching. I've never seen one. I've seen MVS and AES titles. And one time I saw an AES. Alright, I think I got one more in me tonight because it is, like I said, it was a long day at work today, so I might have to call it quits earlier tonight. We've done a few sports titles. Let's try... This is one I'm holding off on because I don't know if it's going to work. If this crashes, obviously we're going to do another one. So, this is Shadow Squadron. And it had a different name in different parts of the world, so... Oops. Let's see this here. And this is like... This kind of looks like... Yeah, the Neo Geo CD is very rare to find. Console, yes, and like I said, I've never seen any games in store. I mean, it could be that I overlooked one in the past, but I have never... Like, that would be something, if I would have saw one, I would have bought one just to say, hey, now I have a Neo Geo CD game. And I've never had that opportunity. So Stellar Assault is what this was called in other parts of the world. So this is the different ROM, probably the one from Japan. But this is called Shadow Squadron here in the U.S. Neo Geo, let me see. You made an animated Heritage Minute about the Battle of New Orleans for 7th grade history. Use Windows Movie Maker to make it as your greatest accomplishment. That is awesome. And yes, the Battle of New Orleans is from that war. There was a song about it too, if you probably look that up and put it in your Windows Movie Maker presentation. So if you see this game is, I think, a little bit better than Star Wars Arcade. But it's made in kind of like that style. And like I said, there's not too many games that were released for the 32X, so if I do one more stream with this, I'm not sure if I'll be able to... I'm not sure I'll be able to do another whole stream with these games. Let's go ahead and press the start button here. Stellar Assault, or Shadow Squadron as it's known. Let's check the options. Oh yeah, we're definitely going with easy. I said if I was going to grind, I would put this on hard and just play this game all day long. But unfortunately, I'm just going for casual fun, capturing footage. Not looking to be like the professional gamer kind of thing. Curious how much Metal Slug is going to be? Yeah. Metal Slug is one of the reasons why I wanted a Neo Geo. Unfortunately, I'll probably never own it legitimately. I bought that 151-in-1 cartridge, so... And for what I can see, the CD version is cheaper, but with that single-speed CD-ROM drive, I heard the load times are atrocious on there. All systems operational. Ready for takeoff. It's funny, this game's performing well, and I thought it would have been the 3D polygon games that the emulators would struggle with, but this is definitely pulling through like a champ. And here we go, we're going through like the Hypergate thing, whatever. Which is funny, this starts up almost exactly like Star Wars Arcade did. How about a Commodore 64 stream? Jeff, you are reading my mind only about a year into the future. Actually, I don't know about a whole year, but yes, sometime I will be going back to do all the 8-bit computers. I've already done a stream with the Apple IIc when I restored it and got it working. But right now, the only working Commodore 64 that I have is the C64 Mini, and I haven't even unboxed it yet. So I got that over Christmas when it was dirt cheap and stores were clearing them out. So it'll take me a little bit, but yes, I will definitely put that under consideration. Maybe I'll do it sometime soon, like, and start just capturing some random footage for it. But it would be a while before I put a video out about it, till I can get my original C64 working again. Let me see. You have 56 Neo Geo CD games, all Japanese. I see games semi-regularly at game fairs here in the UK. That's insane. That is insane. That's all I can say is, like I said, I've been to flea markets, garage sales, thrift stores, retro game stores, collectors conventions. I've been to at least one Comic-Con style event. But I've never seen anything for the Neo Geo CD. Wow, this is hard to control with a controller. There we go, now I'm speeding up. But essentially, this is a similar premise to... am I supposed to be shooting these things down, or are they helping me? I didn't even look at what my objective is. I bet you I'm probably supposed to be... Oops. Triangular lasers or torpedoes. Like how the sun is like having a strobing effect over here. This would probably be better played with a joystick, because this reminds me of like, what's the game I'm thinking of? X-Wing. Star Wars X-Wing. Which is what I thought should have been ported instead of Star Wars Arcade. I like that Star Wars Arcade came out for the 32X because it's the only home port of that game. There we go. Engine's down. And now your ship's blown up. Look at those triangles popping out. Now we're blowing up things. There's the engine. Hopefully that's not like an armada I'm supposed to protect. I remember the first time I played Star Wars Starfighter for PlayStation 2 when that came out. There were a couple of like escort missions, and I didn't realize I was supposed to be protecting certain ships, and I ended up destroying the ships I was trying to protect. Just that quote from Batman Begins was really true. You either live long enough to either become the hero, or live long enough to become the villain. Die a hero, I said that wrong. So this is more like an arcade action style game. I don't think I've ever gone and completed this game before. Alright, there we go. See, on radar I see another ship. This guy's shooting at me. Mission complete. Perfect. And that's something this is already better than I was going to say, this is already better than the Star Wars Arcade version because I can beat the first level fairly easily. Alright. You heard the dark side for the 32X is extremely rare. Yes, it is. I do have it on emulation, but I do not have it in my physical collection, which is why I probably will not feature it in the review. I hate doing this, too, because there are a bunch of games that I don't own for. I probably have 20 to 25 games. I'll have to count them up for sure. But I have about 25 games for the 32X, and that's the majority. That's over half the games. So it's not too bad there. The Atari 800 or 400. So the reason why I haven't gotten to those yet is because I don't own them. I don't own a 400 or an 800 yet. I saw an Atari XT, not XT, yeah, an Atari ST. It's for sale at a local thrift shop. They're asking $500 for it. It doesn't come with anything. The mouse is broken because I had them hook it up and try it, and it comes with the monitor. And I haven't bought it because that just seems like too much money for me for that system. So I'm waiting for the price to come down. Last I saw it was still there. Even after the quarantine went over, by the way, I did my first thrifting run in the last, gosh, how long was it? Last 2.5 months? The last thrifting run I did was the end of February, so. And then May 30th or May 31st, one of those 2 days, I actually did my first thrifting run, and now they're shut down again due to the rioting and all the stuff going on out there. You met one person in your hometown who imported a ZX Spectrum from the UK. Very cool, but very fragile. Yeah, those things, I probably will never own one of those. I can emulate it, but I probably will never own one of those. Just realistically speaking. The game store near you has Wonder Swan games consistently in stock for around $90 Canadian. It's got to be a regional thing. So I'm supposed to eliminate the targets, but are there friendlies? I wasn't paying attention again. The comments are, whoa, there goes an asteroid. Can I pause? I can't pause. Okay. Let me go back to my mission here, and then I'll catch up on comments. There we go. So what I like about this game is that it's free roaming. Because I said the graphics are a lot like Star Fox, but okay, I was going to say, is that like a shield that's helping me or not? Does not seem like it. I think the sun's like a strobing light. Oh yeah. Let's get this guy stopped dead in his tracks. So do my lasers have like a effective range? Like, are these actually hitting the target or not? Oh, beautiful target. Okay, so I'm going after this thing next. This is what I was shooting at before, too, before I had to get away from it. But yes, going back to the Wonder Swan comment there, I don't think I've seen any Wonder Swan stuff around here. I think I've seen one of the games. Oh, come on. I think I've seen one or two of the games in one of the retro game stores around here, but never a system, never consistently in stock. Need to put some distance between me and them. There he is. I think it's just awkward to attack, and the way it keeps shooting out projectiles. Beautiful. Okay, I thought I was supposed to be attacking this thing. This thing's pretty darn big. I don't even know what I'm supposed to be hitting. Like, I just barely move and avoid all the projectiles there. Ah. So the other thing I'll say about this is that it was kind of neat at first. I do appreciate how it's like X-Wing more than Star Fox or anything like that. But this mission's getting very boring very quickly because all I'm doing is just slightly moving away, out of the way of the obstacles. I guess I'm on the easy difficulty too, I gotta keep in mind, but how many hits does this thing need to take? Okay, now the whole thing's finally blown up. What's that thing? Gonna speed up? Okay, yeah, this thing's not taking as many hits. Alright, so we got a lot more fire now. Ooh. Oops. I don't know what that does. I'm assuming that's some sort of shield that I keep doing when the screen starts turning yellow. Not quite sure. Ah, there I go. See, I knew I kept getting hit. don't know if I'm going to continue that one. And it doesn't let me pause when I start a mission. We've had a lot of comments here. Aren't there two gameplay modes on this? One is on rails where you don't... So you just worry about shooting stuff, and the other is free flying, so it's up to you. Not quite sure. Oh, I'm sorry, Mackenzie. Did I miss? See you later, gotta start your shift. No, that's right. Thanks, Mackenzie. Sorry I missed your comment for a while. If you come back and watch this later, I did say bye to you. Sorry. Wasn't trying to ignore you. We can look. I don't think there is a on-rails part of this or not. You still have your Sinclair ZX81, ZX Spectrum home computers. The ZX81 was the first computer you ever owned. Black and white, no sound. Yeah, I'm not... My first computer I ever owned had Windows 95 on it. Have I played Fred Couples Golf on 32X? Yes, I did play that already. That's why I said we're already pretty far through the 32X library on here. I'm going to look and see if there's a different gameplay mode on this before I head off the stream, though. You're giving away my age here again when the ZX31 came out in 81. Yeah, I wasn't born yet. Sorry. No game sound. There's not a lot of game sound in this game. And whatever is there is not very good to listen to. I can turn it up a little bit, but yeah, the game sounds are not very good. There's not like a soundtrack accompanying it. So if I do option, I don't know what trace is. Maybe that's what it is the trace mode. I've got difficulty, speed control, background music, type 1 or type 2. Let's try type 2. Cursor speed. Let's try it. What's trace? So I clicked on trace and it started doing this. I'm not doing anything with my controller. I think this is just showing me like a yes, the spaceship sounds are not very good in this game. I think this is like a demo mode. Quit trace mode. So is trace mode just showing me everything I just did but from a different perspective? I don't get it. Yeah, let's quit trace mode. Don't know what trace mode is, but that's not it. You got a ROM of this, you will check. Let's do this. So this is technically what did I call it? It's something assault. Stellar assault. But it's called not Rogue Squadron. Shadow Squadron. It's called Shadow Squadron on 32X. Let's see here. Yeah, I didn't see anything in the options that lets me do it. So Shadow Squadron. Is a semi-open 3D space combat simulation game similar to Star Fox and Star Wars Arcade. Kind of what I already said there. It does not say anything about turning it on rails. Pretty sure this version is not an on-rail, has an on-rail mode, but I'm not quite for sure. Just by looking at it real quick. It's an option on top of the screen when you're selecting between the two ships. Okay. I'm always willing to try it out. Mine just says, please select your fighters. I don't see any other options. I've got Feather 1 or Feather 2. Is that the difference between the two? Autopilot, manual pilot. Okay, let's do autopilot. I just had to press A. This could become my new favorite game then on this system. And this has a different opening sequence, it looks like. This is similar to how it started the first time. All systems operational. Are we good to go? Yeah, I never knew you could do that. Not even on my... Yeah, I never knew you could pick autopilot. And that's strange because I kept thinking to myself, I don't know if I'd enjoy this better as like a Star Fox style game or if I'd enjoy it better as a... as the open space there. I do appreciate that, and I really feel like I have the Genesis. It's called the Stick. It's a joystick for the Sega Genesis. And I was kind of curious about that because... Okay. So... Okay. Yeah... So you guys hit the music now? Can I shoot down the projectiles? I can. I think I like the free open area better because I could just avoid the projectiles rather than trying to shoot them. And I really feel like... Yeah, last time I could just hold the button down. This is not... When I hold the button down, it's not letting me do anything. Oh, okay. So that's interesting. Now it's just like a Sega CD game, LOL, yep. And you just record your play and gives you a third-person replay. Yes, there you go. Yeah. It's cool to watch. Yeah, this is one of the better games to showcase because it's something that is better to watch than it is to play. So people are going to get that. Here. There we go. Look at that. Oh. Okay. I do like that I get kind of like the super weapon every now and again. Warning, no shield left. Oh, so were those supercharged shots taking away my... Yep. They were taking away my shield the whole time. Okay, well that's interesting. Definitely like the... I think I like the free roaming stuff better. If it was more like I could hold down the fire button and just keep shooting, that might be better. Oh shoot, one of the best games on the 32X. You love this and the sequel? I did hear there was a sequel to this game. I have not. I don't think I've tried the sequel. Was that on the... did it come out for the Saturn? The sequel to this? This one's... It says Stellar Assault, but it's called Shadow Squadron. I have to keep saying that because I feel like if I don't, I'm going to say it wrong. Wow. So I'm looking at the reviews, the reviewing scores of this game back when it came out, and they were not very kind to it. Um, Electronic Gaming Monthly gave it a 5 out of 10. They said it was no more than a thinly veiled upgrade of Star Wars Arcade. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I think I would have enjoyed this as a kid. And if I had more time to throw into it, I would have done it. Stellar Assault is a Saturn exclusive. Okay, I'll have to look at that. So it's Stellar Assault SS is the actual name of it. Savage Duck says, hello, watched your review. Which one? I've done a lot of them. Sushi X, don't lie, the game looks great, but little substance. That's kind of what I was going to say. That's like, I like X-Wing too, but I can see some of that, you know, the game itself looks better than it plays, so there's not really too much to it there. Well, I hate to say it, but I think that's going to have to be where I wrap it up tonight. Like I said, I didn't have a lot of time to stream tonight anyway, but I thought I'd still showcase out at least some of the games on here, and I got a few more games captured. I'm not quite sure if I will be streaming next week. I'm never sure week to week of what I'm going to do, but I am going to be coming up on vacation here pretty soon, so that's going to be up in the air whether or not I'm able to stream during that. It depends on if my plans that, you know, are supposed to be canceled don't get canceled. Hey, Tex, by the way, I don't know if I said hi earlier, or if you've commented earlier. And Genovi, I didn't see your comment either. Sorry, I think I saw your comments, but I don't think I said hi. A lot of you guys are just able to join in here. So, yep, sorry you guys are hitting me at the end. I usually stream for longer, but tonight I had a limited amount of time to do it. My second job picked up because I had a lot of kids start on my second job. I teach world history online. I had a ton of kids start today. Had almost 100 kids start today, so it's been a long day, and I'm ready for it to. This was a nice kind of relaxing thing, and I think I can go back to grading until I have to go to bed, and then get up tomorrow and do it all over again. So, yeah, it's a solid title. I don't think I paid that much for this when I got it, and I did get this one completed in box. How much is this one now? Shadow Squadron. Yeah, it's not that expensive. It's $20 loose, $30 complete. I think I got it for $14.99 complete back in the day. Again, I've had this sitting around for a while. I probably bought it back in, 2017-ish, about the time I started this channel, actually. I think I had it back then, too. And the only reason why I got it is because the box art intrigued me. I was like, oh, this looks like another Star Wars arcade. School's not out? No, summer school's not out. I teach online, and there's a lot of kids this summer that have to make up credits. So, yep. We have a lot of... I'll have these kids all summer. Which works out great because my face-to-face school, I do tech work for them. I'm able to do that during the day, and when I come home at night, I'm able to grade assignments online and basically work it like a second job all summer, and then it's nice to provide extra income because I'm still paying off my student loans, and that is one of the main reasons why I have two jobs at the moment. Actually, it is the main reason why I have two jobs at the moment. And if this ever becomes, I don't expect it to become profitable, but if it ever became profitable, I would love to be able to say I played video games to pay off my student loans. And yes, I look older than I am, so I'm in my 30s. I've been out of college now for 10 years. I actually hit my 10-year anniversary this summer. But I didn't get a job right away right after I got out of college, so my student loan debt just kind of sat there until I could start paying it back. I got my first teaching job. I was able to start making payments on it. Then for some strange reason, I went for my master's degree. Took out more student loans, so that's what I'm paying off now. Got a couple more years left on those. I was trying to think. Without specifically stating the amount, I've got it in my head, but, yep. I do enjoy those memes that come out every now and again for people who've never had to take out student loans and like, oh, here's an idea. When you take out a loan, you just pay it back, right? You're only going by what you've read. Never played the original. I was told that it was improved and expanded. That's a remake, surely. No, because the story was after Game 1. Interesting. Great stream as usual. Thanks as always. Great crowd here too. Yeah, this is a good crowd. Like I said, I hate to walk away from it right now as I can, but as I said, summer is a busy time for me, so I'll still be doing. I'll at least I'll try to. Wow, I need to get this out. See, you can tell I'm tired. I'm rambling on a little bit, but yes, I will. I will make a great effort to stream next Tuesday. Like I said, you may see me streaming less because I get busy during the summer, but I will definitely make an effort to. It may not be as long as I have been through the last couple months, but I'll definitely make an effort to. Fantastic stream. Thank you, guys. I really do appreciate it. With this, the only thing I'm going to say is that I do have a video coming out this Thursday. It is actually completely off topic. It's not going to be on Sega. It's not going to be on the 32X. It's been a while. It's not a retro game find. I actually reviewed one of the consoles I got at the Comic-Con event I went to last October. Yes, it's taken me this long to do it. So this Thursday, I'm going to be reviewing my Microvision console. If you don't know what the Microvision is, you may want to check it out. It's neat, is all I'll say. So I appreciate you guys stopping in tonight. Have a great night. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys hopefully next Tuesday. If not, I hope to see you guys on Thursday. And leave a comment on the Microvision review and let me know what you guys think of it. So, take care, everyone. Have a good night.